Once upon a time in the heart of New York City, Spider-Man felt the familiar tingle of danger. Today, his story is brought to you by the letter B for buildings and the number 12 for 12 o'clock, because that S when the trouble started. See, Spider-Man was just swinging through town, enjoying the beautiful day, when suddenly he saw a group of robotic spiders scurrying up the side of a skyscraper. Not just any building. This was the Daily Bugle, home of the famous, or infamous, J. Jonah Jameson, editor-in-chief. These mechanical arachnids were 8 legs of trouble. They were climbing all over the place, trapping people in sticky wires. And worst of all, they were draining the city's power. "Uh-oh," said Spider-Man. "Looks like someone's turned New York into a giant spider web, and not the fun kind either." As the robotic spiders continued their rampage, Spidey raced ahead of them, determined to find their source and put an end to it. Dodging and flipping between skyscrapers, he followed the signal to an abandoned laboratory on the outskirts of the city. It was here that Spider-Man first encountered the mastermind behind the mechanical menace, a villain with a mysterious air about him. He called himself the Tech Phantom. He had an army of robotic spiders under his control. But why was he doing this? Well, that's what Spider-Man was determined to find out. The Tech Phantom stood before him, a smirk on his face. "So you found my lair, Spider-Man," he said, his voice echoing in the cavernous space. "You're too late. My robotic spiders have already begun draining the city's power supply. Soon, New York will be mine." The Tech Phantom threw back his head and laughed, a maniacal glint in his eye. With that, he vanished, leaving Spider-Man to face his mechanical menace alone. Webs flew everywhere as Spider-Man battled through wave after wave of robotic enemies. He flipped and dodged, using his clever tricks to disable their circuits one by one. But the Tech Phantom had one last trick up his sleeve. Suddenly, from the shadows, a giant robot spider emerged, blocking Spider-Man's path. Its eyes glowed red, its legs whirring menacingly. This was the ultimate showdown. Spider-Man had faced many foes, but this was different. It was personal. The giant robot charged, its pincers snapping. Spider-Man leaped onto a nearby platform, narrowly escaping its grasp. "It's over, Spider-Man," boomed a voice over the intercom. "Submit and join my army or be crushed." The Tech Phantom's voice was distorted and amplified, echoing through the chamber. But Spider-Man was not one to back down. He knew he couldn't defeat the robot with brute force. So he did what he did best. He used his wits. Swinging from a nearby web, he launched himself into the air, soaring high above the giant robot. He took aim, shot a web at the control panel, and hit the jam button. The robot spider's movements froze. Its arms fell limp, crashing to the ground with a resounding thud. Slowly, the robot's eyes flickered and died, its body slumping like a fallen colossus. The battle was won. The Tech Phantom's plans were foiled. And as the sun set over New York City, Spider-Man stood victorious. The city was safe once again. People cheered, their voices echoing his heroic deed. For Spider-Man, being a hero wasn't about power or strength. It was about responsibility. And he had once again proven that with courage and quick thinking, anyone could be a hero. So young adventurers, remember, no matter how big the challenge, never back down. And always remember, being a hero isn't about who you are. It's about what you do. Because everyone can be a hero, even you. Now it's time for you to spin a web of excitement and swing into action. Tell me in the comments, which part of Spider-Man's adventure was your favorite? Did you cheer when he finally took down that giant robot spider? And don't forget to subscribe for more superhero adventures every week. Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and remember, you have the power to be a hero in your own story.